Where's my glass?
Hold on. Wait. Here we go. What's good with you? Now, right away, guys, a lot of those parlays that that big one that I put out yesterday, we went all what we agreed on, because nobody said anything, right? But didn't win. Some of them won, but not all of them, right? But you can't lose not one. We lost one. So what does that mean? That means that right now we're just gonna have to chill, because the baseball break is here. We just chill and get ourselves together, right? And get ready for the second half of baseball for the MLB. I got the Marlins one right because I knew. And like I keep telling you guys, he's always picking the Marlins. I picked the Marlins because they up and coming. They got young talent, right? And those guys, like, they really impressed me last year. It's because it was like September, right? And they were playing playoff caliber teams. And they was winning. And they throwing double plays and squeeze plays, bunting, getting on first. And I'm like, nobody told these guys they're in last place. The season is over for them. They didn't want to hear that. That was their World Series. So when you see a team like that fighting and scratching and clawing at the end and they don't have anything to fight for, but they got a chip on their shoulder, you wait. You just watch out. You just wait. I saw that in high school football once. It was down in Dallas. And Carter High School. And I forgot the other school they were playing, but Carter had a bunch of sophomores on their varsity. And they were playing tough. They were playing hard. I mean, they wasn't backing down. They just kept playing. And I'm like, okay, these guys are going to be good. And I think 2 years later, they won. Well, the next year, I think they won it all, or the year before that. They won it two in a row, right? Because it just says something when you got a young team and and the season is over with, but they're fighting and clawing and scratching. That means they're hungry. And that means the next time you see them, they're going to have a chip on their shoulder. And you're going to probably get it worse, right? So that's how that's going to go down. Today pissed me off. I mean, Carl, well, I don't know if he's on here yet, but Carl, I did get your message. Carl got screwed too. Oh, he just showed it to me. Man. Yeah, well, man, Carl took it on the chin. That's bullshit. Damn, Carl, you did the damn thing, man. So he did like player picks, right? He got Caitlin Clark right. He got Riley Green correct. And Sabrina screwed him for the, who was this, New York Liberty? She screwed you, dude. Got Christopher Sanchez right. Tatis, got him right. Casey Plum. Damn, Carl, they fucked you all over, dude. That ain't even right. That Sabrina lady probably got a call from Vegas, dude. I don't care what nobody says. I think sometimes Vegas makes phone calls. And when they make a phone call, you just look in the big game. How do you know? Well, whoever the guy is not coming out. And he's a player that's like they need him. That's how you can tell. I have to wipe my camera lens off because My grimy paws. All right. So let's go look over what some of the games today. What happened? Um, Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to step away. I had to get my. God damn it, man! I had to step away and get some of my scores off my phone. So let's take a look at them. I'm not gonna lie. I got my ass handed to me. Was I positive? Damn right I was. Was I super positive? Goddamn right. But sometimes it won't work out like that. That's bullshit. I see what Nick was talking about now. So I used, I got down to the end and I used a bonus bet. And my son goes, Dad, if you use a bonus bet, you're only gonna get what It's only gives you a value of X amount, and you're only gonna get back a certain amount. And he was right. I thought I would get a little bit more, but he says, "No, this is bonus." So I always listen to your son. Your son. Shout out Nick. Shout out to my bookie Nick. He's a good guy. Makes it happen for us. It's always good to have a good. Yeah. Well, guess what, Carl? Carl's texting me. Guess what, man? It's a story of my life too. I had 5 parlays, and I'll be honest with you guys. I wasn't feeling confident coming into today, right? I just wasn't. And that's why I tell you guys, if you win one parlay for 25 cents, that is a moral victory, and you need that, right? You need it. It's a moral victory, right? Some guys don't listen, they don't believe it. But trust me, it's always good to get a moral victory. Because let's see who else is out here playing today. St. Louis. Oh, the St. Louis Cardinals is in a rain delay. Well, I picked them guys, but everything else is done. Yeah. Everything else is done. Mm. Well, St. Louis is pretty good, but I don't know about these other guys. Well, what's going on in basketball, WNBA? Because I went to go pull up, stuff for tomorrow. I'm like, man, it's the All Star break. All right, so where am I? Okay. Power is not on. Son of a bitch. All right, this is good. What is this? Yeah. All right, I'm back at it. What is this? 5-4. Ooh, sucks. And that's why I was gonna bet on this game, but hell no. Who's pitching? Because Atlanta just scored, and I was just trying to sneak away with a victory. But what happened with Gray? Sonny Gray. He had 5 Ks, right? You're gonna get five. You're gonna get 5 strikeouts from Sonny Gray. Now, okay, so now here's some of the guys when they pitch. I have confidence, and I have confidence in them, or I just believe in them, and I don't worry. Um, Sonny Gray for St. Louis, he's one. Wheeler for Philadelphia. Mackenzie Gore a little bit, right? Mackenzie Gore was my guy last year, but he kind of like fell into a slump. Who was the guy for the Tigers? Turk Skubal. And look what just happened. I looked, and it's going to be Turk Skubal for the American League starting, and Paul Skeens for the National League starting. Now you see what I'm talking about. So the league is not stupid. The league got it all figured out because they got these 2 good pitchers, put them together, right? And what did Pittsburgh do? They avoided it. So, when I talk about teams like Pittsburgh, it's not because I don't like them. I don't really care either way. But stop taking the chicken shit way out. They're just trying to get a victory. I get it. But you're going to move Scherzer. I'm not Scherzer, but Paul Eames. No. Paul Skeens. You're going to move him out of the way of Skubal. Because once again, Skubal was slated to pitch on that Wednesday. Well, and Skeens was scheduled to pitch on the Thursday, right? Well, Wednesday's game got rained out, right? Done. So everything was moved over. So I go, okay, maybe they'll put Paul Skeens with Skubal. They moved him. And I'm like, and then they still lost, right? The Pirates was trying to avoid a loss by not putting Skeens up against Skubal, and they still ended up losing anyway. Good. Because it's baseball. It's a competitive sport. Remember what Herm Lewis said, you play to win the game. In all seriousness, he goes, we play to win the game. A lot of people, crack jokes on how he was saying it and whatnot, but my man was pissed and he was right. You play to win the game. You don't just play it to play it. Nobody does that shit. When we were kids and anything like that, we didn't just go outside just to play it. Because remember when we lost, a lot of us got pissed. We got started crying and mad. Some of us still cry, like me. No, but you don't play just to win. You don't play just to play it, right? The number one goal is to what? Win. At all costs. But not the Pirates. The Pirates didn't see it that way. The Pirates actually backed down. Can't do that, man. Because first of all, you're not going to make the playoffs anyway. And you know why? It's a damn shame because they should. You got Paul Skeens. You have Keller. You have Henley. And you have Falter. But you're still not going to make it to the playoffs, even though you got a nice pitching staff. I wish if I was a manager and had a pitching staff, a rotation like that, I bet you Pete Rose had it. Pete Rose would work wonders with that shit. I miss Pete Rose. Shout out to Pete Rose. Guys, gotta let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame, man. Stop acting like you perfect, right? This man put his heart and soul in the baseball. He was in the 70s. Well, wasn't watching baseball too much in the 70s, but from what I saw in the 70s, he was Mr. Baseball. I came on in 79 and started watching. He was still baseball in. You would watch Pete Rose and you go, oh my God. And then he'll slam the ball down after he just make it out, right? It's Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. But here's the thing, guys. They don't want to put him in the Hall of Fame because he betted on himself or on the game or whatever. So they frown on that, right? The world is full of hypocrites, right? The world is full of hypocrites. You got one, like I told you guys yesterday, I had this partner of mine. Everything was take the high road, Ron. Take the high. This is my favorite one. Take the high road. I hope you listening. I hope they're there listening. Take the high road, right? And what did you do? You didn't take the high road. You took the low road. So, guys, when people start being hypocritical and running their mouths, consider the source. Because I don't like the way they did Pete Rose. They got the man to come on TV. For crying out loud, Pete Rose was even crying, right? Grown man, because he loved baseball. You let that man get on national TV and he starts crying and you still told him to go screw himself. Let Pete Rose in, guys. Oh, it's time up for all of that. All right, so today was pretty good, right? But not for me. I got my butt kicked. One thing that I did do, though, I didn't do anything. I think I only made $3.63 today. So that's how it is. Big hits come, right? But you just have to be patient. It'll all come, right? It doesn't come when you want it. It comes when it's supposed to come, like in time. Let me go and pull up FanDuel and see how it looked, right? Yeah, speaking of hypocrites, here's another thing I don't like. The NFL endorses FanDuel or either DraftKings, but if they catch one of those players betting on it, I think you can't be on the facility or something like that. I don't even know if you can bet, period, right? But they've got rules to it. And I'm like this. You're endorsing it. You're endorsing it, right? That's like you telling me, don't drink beer. But every time I come over your house, you got a sign on the wall with Billy D. Williams, right? With the beer in his hand. What was that, Colt 45? Yeah, right on the wall. Every day I come in. Miller Lite. Hey, Ron, don't drink any beer. What the dude? Look, you're promoting it. Who knows what you do when I'm not around? All right, let's get at it. Why can't I sign in? Oh. Okay, I'm getting there, right? So we're going to Sportsbook, right? Yep. Here we go. I hope somebody won today. I really do. When I give you guys like free parlay tickets, play it as is, right? And then just take bits and pieces and mix it up, whatever you need to do. But I don't need to tell you guys that, you already know. Can I can't even get in. Oh, but I know where to go. I know exactly where to go. Okay, well, the first one where I just salvaged $3.63. I cheated and I went to Live Now, right? And I picked. Wait a minute, is this it? No, that's the one I lost. Oh, here's the one I got. The Diamondbacks I took on the money line, right? Dodgers I took on the money line. Athletics, and this was all like eighth inning, right? Right. I took the Athletics on the money line, and I took the under in some stupid game. It's 4.5, and I won that one. So, uh, that was done. Let's go look at some other crap for the beginning of the day. Okay, here's the first one. Okay, the first one I took we took the Texas Rangers at the Astros. We took the under. So FanDuel does a crappy way of showing how you lost. I'm gonna go past that one. I just like something that's legible, not grouped together, and we can all understand. Okay, so here's one, right? The Perez with the Marlins, I got that one right. I had him for 4 strikeouts, and he got it, right? I had the Chicago White Sox on the money line. I think they lost, right? I also took the Twinkies, the Minnesota Twinkies. I took the Rockies. I know they lost. I took the Cubbies. I think the Cubbies won, right? If you know for a fact that one of these teams on here won, it doesn't matter. It's done. It's dead, right? So I don't even waste my time with it. Let's look at this. This is the same one. Milwaukee Brewers, Freddie Peralta. I got that right. Marlins. I got that right. Perez, 4 strikeouts. I got that right. Let's look and see. The White Sox lost, I'm sure. Hey guys, you think they're gonna let P. Diddy out before the summer is up? I'm not a P. Diddy fan. I just think P. Diddy was like a smart, cool guy. I thought he was kind of like goofy, like a dork. But nah, hell no. And you know, I mean, all this other stuff they accuse him of, whatever, right? My opinion on that is they should have moved on him when he was beating the crap out that was a girl named Cassie or whatever. They should have moved on him then. Anything else, whatever, right? But you want to get the guy when he does something that's pretty bad. And it's shocking to me that the feds ain't really cleaned this dude up. Because usually the feds, when they got you, they have you. There's nothing you can do about it. All right, the Cubbies won, but I'm going to see the White Sox. Marlins won 11-1. Boston 4-1. I got that one. Cincinnati. The Dodgers. The Athletics. I took Toronto. I know I did, right? Philadelphia won. I knew I had that one. Let's look at this. Let's look at the pitching props, right? We always talk about the pitching props, but let's look at it today. I basically said 4-4, right? And I think when it got down to it, I said 3-4. No, I said 4-4, right? So let's look and see what happened. What did Sanchez get? Sanchez got 6. So I said 4-4. We're good on this one, right? And then the next one I said Pavetta 4. Pavetta got 8. Ron, but you sandbag. That's okay, right? Because we didn't win the day because of that, but you're gonna thank me one of these days when we hit 30 grand or 100 grand, and you say, and then I underbid like that. So it's okay to underbid. It really is. Trust me, because you don't. At least you get some kind of money. Now here's another thing. Don't look at the price sometimes when you go to pick a pitcher's strikeouts. Because if you take 3, you gotta look, because sometimes that'll bring your money down. Because I know one guy who was just going through putting stuff in there. I'm like, dude, if you look, you're supposed to have $700. You only got like what, 40. So I had to help him out and explain it to him, right? Baltimore got the crap beat out of them. I knew that because of the pitching matchup when I said yesterday. Let's look and see what happened. Perez has 6 strikeouts. I said 4 or 3. One I said 3, another one I said on 4. He ended up getting 6 strikeouts, right? Young, I didn't even bother. But guess what? This dude got 4 strikeouts, right? So, will I advise betting on a guy you don't know anything about that's 0-4? I wouldn't do it, right? I just wouldn't. I mean, you can, but you just never know. Cincinnati and Colorado. And Martinez, did he get the victory? I didn't show it, but what? He did get it. He did get the victory. A. Gomber didn't. But A. Gomber put up a good fight, though, right? He allowed 1 home run. He had 3 strikeouts. He walked 2 people. He allowed 2 runs. He allowed 3 runs, 6 hits, 4 innings. That's something to build on. I know a lot of you guys say, well, that's nothing. Well, that's a lot, right? Because he went 4 innings, right? 4 innings, and only gave up 6 hits. The 3 runs is what stinks. But you want to hang your hat on something, you only allow 6 hits through 4 innings. Is that something to build on? Hell yeah, man. Always, right? So anything that you get, right, on one day, you go from there. Now, is there anything that we can build on to pick these guys? Nope. Right? So don't get it confused. We're still going to fade these guys as much as possible. But remember, we have to pick them sometimes because they're going to win sometimes. You've got like August, September left. 2 months left of baseball, right? Yeah, we'll be going to do it in NFL and college football. College football is awesome. Boston. I called Boston's game today. I said I knew they would win. And remember, I said yesterday, looking at the record, and you see what I mean. Like yesterday, I said, well, in all intentional purposes, Tampa has the pitching matchup. They're favored with the pitching matchup. But who do you trust more in that game? For me, I trust Tampa. I trust Boston, and that's what I said yesterday. I trust Boston more, right? This guy didn't do bad, right? He got 3. What's his name? Petty or Pipetto or something like that. But he went 6 innings. He allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, and he struck out 3 batters. That's not bad either, right? And I thought they were going to trade Duran or Duran. I don't know how they pronounce it. Is it Duran or Duran? For Boston, he leads off. He struck out once. He got a walk. He got 1 hit. So what did he do? He went like what, 1 for 4? He's good. So so when it comes to like hitting, and I don't do a lot of player props when it comes to hitting, but when I do the player props on hitting, there are a couple of guys that come to mind. He's one of them, right? Gurn is one of them. The other one is Quan. Is it Quan for Cleveland? He's another one. Um, it used to be Pofar, but I think this is the other. Well, he's in Atlanta now, but what's the guy that's in San Diego now? I forget his name. He's another guy that he's a Spanish guy, but he comes to mind, right? So there's a lot of different guys, and this is what I tell people: when you're giving out nerfies, please don't give out any nerfies when you see the Tigers playing, when you see the Phillies playing, when you see the Padres playing, when you see the Yankees playing, all good hitting ball clubs like that. You want to make sure you just stay away doing nerfies. Now, can you take a nerfie with those teams that I just said? Yeah, but only during the end of the season when playoff time is coming. Because when playoff time is coming, they play another playoff team, or they play a team like the Marlins, and the Marlins just want to be dicks, right? And they just want to try to win. The Marlins will get down with you in September because that's their World Series. That's how they play. So, who is this? It's my boy Rod. Hold on, guys. I was running around. Let's see. Where's my boy Rod? What is he talking about? What the hell? Where's it at? Oh my God. Did I? Why is it not here? Hold on, guys. Let me pull this up. I'm sorry. Baseball show. Baseball show. And you go, Ron, why are you using the phone? Why can't you just text him off your computer? I tried to, and I don't know why they're not showing up. I hope I didn't. Maybe I blocked him by mistake on here. But no, if it's blocked on here, wouldn't it be blocked on there? So I don't. Did I sign him out? I don't see it. This is stupid. I don't even know what I did. Bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out really quickly. I don't. Are you guys doing any barbecue or anything? Anybody doing any barbecue or any good stuff? Where the hell is these numbers? You don't think I'm getting hacked, do you guys? Okay. Look, I just found it, right? But I don't understand why it's not showing up. It's not working. What did I do? Hey, Rod, I can see you guys, but somehow or another, the text message for Rod came through on my phone, but it didn't come through on my computer. But I'll figure it out later. Let me see. Oh. Whatever happened to the good old days when we had that rotary phone? What is this? I still can't find it. This is stupid. No, it's not coming up. But I'll work on it afterwards. Yeah, Rod, I'm doing the show, man, and yeah, Stellar. Rod stopped by to tell me that Stellar is moving again. Now Stellar Illumins. That's it's crypto. It's crypto stock, right? And Stellar is what you would use to transfer money, right? It's that thing that helps move money from the United States to Pakistan to Uganda, any places across, money. It switches the money back. It makes it go smoother. I used to be big on it. I probably will get back into it because Rod says it's moving. But Stellar, I was big on Stellar at one point, and I had a whole lot of stock in it, right? But when you watch me, guys, and you see how I'm always excited and jittery and stuff like that, I don't have enough patience for that. So I gotta calm myself back down so I can do it. But I preferably I like to, play with the sports thing, and like with the football. Now Rod and Dre and Terry, they are gonna come on like later on in the season if they so choose to. But I'll be right there with them right now, and I don't need any help now because it's not too much of anything going on. But um, football season is right around the corner. I'll be on the college football tip to teach you guys how to get more money in your pocket. And with college football, it's essential to be on the right website. You don't want to mess with FanDuel because with FanDuel, I was trying to figure it out, and it was like if you're gonna tease on FanDuel, you have to it's like teasing a whole damn parlay ticket. Like, I know that the Yankees are gonna beat the crap out of Colorado. I don't need to tease that game, right? No, right? But it's like if you tease one game, you gotta tease them all. Is what it seemed like to me. Now, when we go to ESPN, you can just go right over there and change whoever you want to do. So like say if you got the Yankees playing the no, we'll put it in football terms. We've got Ohio State playing the University of Maine in Ohio State. So the point spread on that game will probably be, let's say 44, right? Or let's just say 50, right? Well, can they cover that? That's a lot. And a lot of times, Ohio State, they don't like to run the score up on people, right? So what I would do, I would just go in there and say 50, let's tease it down to 38, right? You tease it down to 38, then you win if they cover by 38, right? So you win. Now, originally, had you would have went with what was offered by the sports books in Vegas, and you would have took the 50. If they cover the 50, you would get, let's say, $200. But if you tease it all the way down that low, right? What I say? Okay, you take what the sport books. So if the sport books give you 40, you take 40, and then you win, then you'll probably get, let's say you got $400, right? Now, if you tease it all the way down to 38, you won't be getting $400. It'll be more or less like 200, right? Cut in half. And it depends, maybe a little lower than that. But every time you tease a game, you're buying points. Now, you don't have to always go down that low. You can go down by 2. You can go down by 3. I usually like to go, well, there's no limit for me because I'll take it all the way down to the end. I definitely would take it down to the end. You can put it in the middle, right? Say like Holy Cross is playing St. Mary's of the Blind. Okay, Holy Cross is favored by 10, right? But St. Mary's of the Blind has been playing really tough, right? And then you just go, you know what? Let's do 8. Instead of 10, let's do 8, let's do 7, let's do 6. You see what I mean? So you're buying points, making sure that you have a chance that you can win. Now, basically, when I'm teasing, right, and I'm looking at a lot of these games that's being played, um, I kind of get an idea of what I'm looking for, right? So let's say, for example, I tease a baseball game. Now, I was successful on teasing on ESPN last week, but the games I lost was stupid. I think I lost like the regular games, right? Like Colorado, I lost that one. I'm like, it was just the regular games. But the ones I teased, like I teased Baltimore. I forgot who Baltimore was playing. Baltimore was winning. Baltimore wasn't favored in that game, and they should have been. And you know, it's negative 1 point. No, it's plus 1.5 for Baltimore. But I saw who they were playing, and I think Dean Kramer was pitching for the O's. So I was like, no. Because sometimes Vegas will give you, because you say that's stupid. Nope, it's not stupid. Vegas thinks we're stupid, right? So they'll throw you something like that. Now, if you know what you know, you go ahead and say, hey, I'm not going to tease down. As a matter of fact, I'll take the on the run the opposite team on the run line or whatever, right? So what I did is I took Baltimore instead of it being plus 1.5, I took Baltimore and did plus 3.5, and I won, right? Because I kind of knew, right? I looked at the Dean Kramer's ERA, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? And plus, they were hotter than this other team. The team that they had sucked. It's just something weird. They'll do that. These sports books in Vegas will throw you a knuckleball. If you know that ball is dropping, you just got to be careful with it, right? So, you just take the right team. Now in football, I'm not that brave. I'm not going to go from 8 or from 1 and go up to 3 or 4. I did that because I knew I could get away with it, because I knew what Baltimore had, and I won. And I took that same day, I took Toronto, and wasn't favored to win, and I thought that they were, right, because they had a better team. So I took Toronto. Instead of it was plus 1.5, I moved it up to plus 1.35. So when I won those two, that money was going to, so say like if you take the regular and you're going to get $50 for that. Well, you putting it up by 3 or 2, that means you're going to get like $200, maybe $300. So you can just play with the point spread. But normally when it comes to college football, I don't go up, right? I always go down. Going down. No, no, I usually go down, right? But not that way. Get your head out of the gutter. But it's always good to move down lower. Now, so baseball, what I'll do is like the under over, right? The under over, you get a good idea of who's playing, right? And let's say the Yankees are playing the Colorado Rockies in Colorado, right? Well, right away, you're gonna have a good feeling this game is probably going to go under. But let's say they list it at 10.5, right? 10.5 under or over, right? I would, if I could move it down, and they won't let you move it down that far. But if it was giving 10, if it was giving Colorado 10 points, then what I would do is I would bring that 10 points down to maybe 7, right? And that way you know you pretty much got to win, right? But yeah, if it's at 10, If it's set at 10.5, the under and the over, and you got two teams that's like okay, let's just say one guy from Colorado, he's got a 10.8 ERA, right? And it's in Denver. Why Denver, Ron? Well, because the ball takes off when you hit it, because the air is so, right? So, it's in Denver. One of those pitchers suck. His ERA is like 11.82, right? So then now, that you're going to have to go under. So at 10.5, let's say the Yankees had Ron Guidry came back. He time traveled back. Ron Guidry was a beast. So guess what I would do? I would take it down from 10 to 7 because Ron Guidry is a good pitcher, but I just want to make sure that I can get a win, right? I could leave it up at 10, but I just want to make sure, right? So I'll just go take the 10, move it down to 7. And normally in a case like that, they won't let you move it down too low, right? But for the most part, 2 years ago, I was just like killing them. And I was on Caesars Sportsbook. And Caesars will get pissed if you start winning, right? So, and I don't know if you guys experienced this, but when you start winning, guys are looking at you more now. A light comes on. Your account is flagged. So now, whatever you do that they don't like, they're going to let you know about it. And then I go, well, damn, man. The last 3 months, I was getting my ass handed to me, doing the same thing, and you didn't say one word. You weren't winning. You're winning now. And they're not in business to keep giving us money. Today they did something that was interesting too, and I forgot who it was, but they did not. Let me figure out who that was. They gave me 8. So it was a pitcher, the strikeouts. So the over under on him in strikeouts was 8.5. I go, nah, I don't want that. Could he get it? Yeah. Or it might have been yesterday. It's one of those guys. But I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Sanchez. No, I don't know if it was Sanchez. But they gave me 8.5. Right? And then I looked, I said, okay, well, I'll just take the alt strikeouts. Just give me 5. Give me 5. It's 5 available. I'm talking to my son. He goes, yeah, 5 is available. But guess what, Dad? That's as low as you can go. And I said, well, put it in at 5 and see how much I can get. He put it in. He said, you went down. Your money dropped. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. That means they're trying to get us. They're trying to get you to do something that could ultimately help them and hurt yourself. Because when they give a guy like 8 point, I think it was Crochet, and I think it was yesterday. Well, Garrett Crochet is going to strike out 8+ almost a game. Is he going to do that every single time he pitches? No, he's not. So, when they set it at 8.5, you get all happy, and then you go run and you hit it. I'm going to get some money. Well, what if he just loses? How about he gets hurt? They pull him out of the game. And the worst one of yet, how about it starts raining? He's got, let's see, we got him at 8.5. He's got 8 strikeouts. He needs one more. It rains out, they suspend the game, and they're going to continue it tomorrow. Guess what? You're done. Well, he was playing. They're going to bring it. Nope. Once that game is suspended, he's not pitching the next day. That's not going to happen. The players union come down so bad on the league, it wouldn't even be funny. Because they need to rest. Maybe in the 80s you might have saw that, right? But like now, nope. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Always like and subscribe. I put out some videos. I put one out yesterday for the games that I booked on here, and it did all right. Then I put a video on when I had lost a bet to my wife. Like doing, whoever won, they picked what they wanted. I wanted Outback, right? If I won, well, she told me I'm gonna have to do some pulled pork. If I, hey, Ma, is that you? Wait, Ma, Ma called you yesterday. You didn't answer your phone. Well, I reached out. I wanted to talk to you. This is my mom's, guys. She's awesome. You know, she's trying to see if I hit. But Ma, if I hit, I'm gonna disappear. Nah, I'll keep you posted, moms. I'll take care of you. But I haven't hit. Yeah, I haven't hit in a minute, man. I just, you know, I'm looking for that big one, right? I'll get it. Don't worry about that. I'll get it. We'll get it. So, how's the weather in Memphis? Pretty good. She's down in like Olive Branch. That's in Mississippi. It's a suburb of Memphis. And if you ever look at the map, oh, it's hot. Yeah, well, yeah, I get it. If you look at the map, Memphis is located right on the border of Tennessee and Mississippi. So Mississippi is like Southfield to Detroit, right? She's in Olive Branch. So Olive Branch to Memphis is like Southfield to Detroit, right? So it's just close like that. Good football, good barbecue, good people down there. I love Memphis. Whitehaven, shout out. Oh man, oh yeah, it's good. But nevertheless, guys, when you start winning, these websites, they're gonna start watching you, right? And you do anything that they don't like, they're gonna call you out on it. And you're like, now Caesars called me out, right? I'm fine with that. But I was so confident and so arrogant that I left because I was getting money on Caesars. And I just left $100 in there because I'm arrogant like that. And when you arrogant, guys, you're always going to get blindsided, right? So my arrogance got me blindsided. And they banned it. They banned me. And I go, okay, I knew this was, I knew it was coming, right? When you're winning like that, trust me, they're going to come for you. They will. And this is not just talk. If you are winning consistently like that and it's good money, just make sure you're on your P's and Q's. Anything you do that's outside the lines or outside the box, they're not going to say one word to you when you're losing. Because that's what I got into it with Caesar. It's like, man, I've been doing this. I did it all last year. You didn't say anything. And then the lady, she was quiet when I was yelling. And she's just quiet. She was calm. And she goes, unfortunately, sir, you just... And I'm like, damn it. But I was like, okay, where's my $100? Are you guys going to send it to me? Oh, yeah, we'll put it in the mail. That was 2 years ago. I still haven't received my $100 from Caesars. But it's my own fault because I got arrogant. And guys, when you get arrogant and conceited, you're going to get blindsided and you never see it coming because of your arrogance. And then once you get blindsided, then you'll humble down. The arrogance is gone. But I was like, where's my $100? Nah. They don't, because they don't like for you to win like that. So, and they knew I was using that, teasing thing. And I use that a lot. For an example, the University of Memphis was playing Tulane. It was either Tulane or I think it was Tulane. And those guys in that division, they score a lot of points, right? Well, I think if I can remember, they had it they had the over under listed at 52, and I jumped all over it. I mean, I didn't even have to. I jumped all over it, right? So, and I even got kind of cocky and I moved it up a little bit because they had it like at 52. Well, both of those teams, in my head, I was like, well, both of those teams are going to go score 30. There you go, got 60. I moved it up from 50 to like 61 or something like that. So that means my money went up. And guess what? Memphis won. And it was weird too because I was at the beach running, and on the way home it was like a minute and 10 seconds left in the game, and Tulane was up, I think like 13 points, 2 touchdowns or whatever, right? I get home, I'm pissed, I'm mad. I get in, I turn on the TV, and Memphis just stunned, and I'm like, holy. So I looked, and I'm like, look at all this money I got. It's not a lot. It's 15, right? So when that happened, I kind of understood how to tease now and when to tease. So if you know that, like Memphis, Tulane, the Owls, um, what's that Owl team? The Rice Owls. You know, guys in that SMU, right? Guys in that division, it's like two run and shoot teams. They're gonna like score, right? So you see two teams like that's in that division, and they put it down to like 50. Just know you could probably, but you got to do your homework. Just know that you can probably move it up. Don't screw yourself, right? You can take it up a little bit. I only went up 3 notches, right? Because I was just that confident they can do it, and they did it. And so I won double. I actually won Memphis, and I also won on the over, right? Because I had Memphis on the money line, and then I took the over, and then I bumped. It was like 50, and I bumped it up to like 58 or something like that. I can't hardly remember, but that's what it was. So I understood it then, and then I started using it. Does it work in the NFL? Yes and no, because the NFL is tricky. What works college football is not going to work in the pros. The NFL is really tricky, right? So let's just say, for example, the Lions are playing the Texans, right? And let's say the Lions is favored by 6. Can you go up? Mm-hmm. Can you go down? Yeah, but the NFL is kind of like not predictable. They're you don't really see it coming. It's like strange things happen, right? And it's just a tricky game. It's faster and it's tricky. So just when you think the Lions should cover a 10-point spread, they may not. They may not, right? They still may win, but they may not. So it's kind of it's really tricky. I think one year, this year before last, it was Carolina, and they were playing, I think, Atlanta, right? And I took Atlanta because Atlanta was trying to get in the playoffs. And Carolina was terrible. They sucked, right? Man, wouldn't you know, Carolina won that game. You see what I mean? So you don't know, man. The NFL is like sometimes you can. So like you say, the Lions are playing St. Mary's of the Blind. And sometimes you'll know when you can cover it, but still, that's still taking a chance, right? Because the NFL is no joke, right? It's no joke. But make sure though, when you tease, you get an app, a sports book like ESPN. Now, ESPN doesn't pay out a whole lot like FanDuel, They don't give you good odds, right? Like, for example, if you take the Tigers on the money line and then you want to go over and get the under over, your money will go down. Now, if you did that on FanDuel, your money's going to go up. But on ESPN, now sometimes it does go up, right? It just depends. ESPN is there. You can tease, right? And because it balances out. So they don't let you just go nuts. Now, FanDuel will let you go buck wild. Yeah, FanDuel will let you go buck wild. Anything goes. So, and if you win, you win. You get it. And for you guys who don't like to pay taxes like me, well, they already got something figured out for us. They're going to take care of it right away. So when you get the money, the taxes is already taken out. Because I remember one time I'm looking and I'm like, what? And it says, sent me a letter saying, hey, look, Uncle Sam's going to get his part. I'm like, whatever. It's probably you. The house always wins, right? So, yeah, that's one thing. So, but let me look at a couple of more of these sheets that I did. Now, Perez, he had I put him down for 4+ strikeouts with Miami. But he ended up throwing 6, I think. Yeah, he ended up throwing 6 strikeouts. I took the Miami Marlins on the money line, but hell, they won like 11-1. I took Freddie Peralta to throw 4+ strikeouts. I think he got 5 or 6. I took the Brewers on the money line. That hit. Let's see where else is. You just gotta watch these guys. I mean, these sports books are very slick. What are you doing? There we go. All right, so here's one I took. I took the Cubbies. The Cubbies won. I took the Rockies. They lost, right? I took the Rockies on the money line. Ron, that's stupid. Why would you do that? Well, I didn't necessarily think that Colorado could beat Cincinnati. I just did it on the pure thing of I'm hoping today is the day they get an upset win, because if they do, I get big money for this game. Sometimes I might bet, and you'll look at my bet slip, because I know I had one, and when the day was over, it was all red. That means I didn't even win the game. I think I won one. And the reason that is not because I'm stupid, right? But it's because I'm trying to go for the big money. And I did that I did that like in March. And I took the opposite of everything that I took on my ticket. Ended up winning. Ended up winning big. It's just all in, so some people say it's luck. And it is. But it also has to do with your state of mind, your state of being. You have to be positive, because if you're positive and you're putting out this positivity, you're gonna attract it, right? So when you start like, God damn it, I hate that fucker, right? And you can't, and you're just throwing hate and keep saying you can't stand that guy, well, guess what you're gonna get back? Negative stuff. I mean, you're not gonna hit. It's gonna come back at you. Now, sometimes it might not come that fast, but trust me, it will catch up with you. And then you'll be looking at your bet slip saying, God damn it, Ron was right. I mean, that's just how that is. And I watch this too, guys, and I get it. I get it. Let's say somebody stole your car, right? And they took the money, and they took eggs and trashed your house with it. You know who did it, right? So now you pissed. You're calling, and you call him all kind of MFs, and you're gonna kick the crap out of him, and blah blah blah. Now, what is that? That's negativity. Are you wrong for doing that? Well, you got a reason to be pissed, but sometimes, man, you just got to take it down a notch, and you got to take the high road, and you have to be positive. Now, when I say the high road, I tell you this story all the time. That one person who used to always tell me, Ron, you should take the high road. But then when it came to them, they didn't take the high road. They started lying, and they took the low road. And I look, I'm like, well, you the one that said take the high road, but now you resulting to attacking this person and you lying and all this other stuff. They couldn't even look at me. Well, haven't seen him, but so you got to consider the source. So it's not about what another person does. It's what you do. So if you see somebody saying taking a high road, and then when it comes to them, they don't take it, and they get pissed, and they start, then you know that you don't listen to these guys anymore, because this guy can't handle it when it happens to them. It's easy to say take the high road, but when it's on you, are you going to do it? Well, that person didn't. Actually, that person dug like 6 feet deep. They didn't go high. They went real low. But the point is, you have to be positive. Even though I know they got you, they screwed you, you got jacked around. But you just have to go. You just have to find a way to be positive, man. You have to, because if you don't, not only will you not win, you'll probably make yourself sick. Blood pressure start going up, right? Yeah, so you don't want to do that. You just always want to stay positive. You always want to be in tune with the universe, like I always say. You stay positive. If you get a dream and you dream about something, go with it. So one time, and you got to listen to your dreams, right? Because one time my wife, she got a dream that she hit the lottery at the 7-Eleven right around the corner. Specific store, right? So she kept going there playing the lottery ticket. Then she stopped and she started playing in another place. And I go, didn't you tell me your dream said that you hit at the 7-Eleven down here? Yeah. Well, why did you stop playing there? Oh, I got tired of losing. And then she started going back. She is hit, not for big money, right? But she's hit like for $50 twice at that 7-Eleven. And then she still stopped going to it and go back to the other ones. I said, you got to follow what that dream told you to do. Or the dream told you that's where you hit big at, right? But you don't want to do it. You want to go over here. The dream is telling you what to do. You got to listen, be in tune, and go with it. But baseball is real tricky though. And if you get a hunch, you got to go with it, right? It doesn't matter what the papers are saying, what the critics are saying, because I look on this stuff all the time, and I look at to see what people are saying, and sometimes they don't give you the right information, right? And you go, man, why'd you make that call? Like, it was one guy, I told you, and he's really good, right? But he took a different route. He said something different. And then I'm like, I started questioning him, his character, because I was like, are you taking money from Vegas? Because and then the teams he told him to pick lost. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even have to listen to that. Listen to you. I knew I wasn't going to take that team, but he told all these guys to take something else, and they all lost. And I'm kind of like, dude, you much better than that. Are you working with Vegas? So yeah, you got to just watch out. If you know what you know, right? You never let somebody change your opinion or what you think or your perception of what should be done. So you just gotta fill it out, right? Let's look at some more of this stuff. Minnesota's starting to come back. I took Simon, and I think they won. Minnesota, Pittsburgh. Now, Minnesota's a funny team, right? Because they came out hot, right? Then they cooled off. Then they got hot again. Then they cooled off. And now they're getting hot again now. So, Simon Richardson, I think was his name. And I took, let me see, how did he do today? And I thought Flannery would do better. He didn't. Well, he did okay. Right? Oh, so here it is. Pittsburgh, Minnesota. Pittsburgh won 2-1. So I lost that one. I took Minnesota. But I did win because I took the under in this game. But I got greedy and I took Minnesota to win. Had I just stayed with the under, that was it. Because sometimes, guys, when you've got, and I tell you guys this all the time, when you got a pitching duel, like two good pitchers going at it, 80% of the time, those pitchers will dominate that game. And that will resort in scores being lower, right? Sometimes they do go high, but a lot of times they don't, right? And when you're doing stuff like that, you have to be careful when you get the pitchers. You don't want to start adding a lot of player props, right? So let's say with the Pittsburgh and Minnesota game. So right away, how I would attack that, I see it's a pitching duel, I go right into it, I take the under, right? Then I go look at the pitchers, and then I go with the player props. So say if you got little Johnny and little Mary, right, pitching. Mary throws for 12 strikeouts, little Johnny's throws for 10, right? So I'm not going to go in there and go, I'm going to pick 10 for little Johnny and 10 for Mary. No, that's stupid because they may make it, right? But what if they don't? You're screwed. So what you want to do is you do one or two things. You don't take any pitching props at all, or if you do, you go low where you are able to make money. Like take 4, right? And as long as it goes up and it didn't go down, and it goes up more than what you like or what you think, then you go with it. Never let them force your hand too. And I talk about that all the time, and I just finished. When they tell you that the pitcher, they're giving you under over strikeouts 8.5, and you go, no, that's too high, I don't want that. And then you say, I want to go to the alternate strikeouts. Give me 5 alternate strikeouts. Dad, and my son goes, Dad, that's not on here. I'm like, what the hell? I said, what is the lowest? He said 6 strikeouts. I said, okay, well, put me in for 6. He said, Dad, you go in for 6, your score goes down. And that's when the sport books are trying to force your hand to make you take the 8.6. And knowing that last game 5 days ago that he pitched lights out. So he might not have all that juice in today's game. And sometimes he will, sometimes he won't. So you really want to be careful when taking pitching props. Hitters, I don't really do hitters. I used to. But when you start adding player props, you're just adding more possibilities to lose with, right? So you want to be careful with it. You don't want to get arrogant like I used to do, and I got humbled, right? So you want to pretty much stay level-headed. And when you start winning a lot, it's really easy to get conceited and arrogant. But trust me, you better snap out of it, because guess what? Vegas and those sports books will snap you right out of it. And then the next day or that same night, you'll be in the bed tossing and turning about how much money you done lost. So be easy with it. So Pittsburgh actually fooled us. They won 10-1. So if you took the under in this game, you won. I took the under, but I took Minnesota to win. Did I know? And guess who they had pitching? They had, I think they had Keller. And remember, I told you guys, Pittsburgh, in my opinion, has one of the best pitching rotations or pitching staffs in the league. Well, Ron, that's stupid. That's crazy. Why would you say that? They're in last place. They're playing up under 500. Yeah, but you got to look at the pitchers, right? So you will have these guys like Keller, right? And you see right now they won 2-1, right? So you will have Keller, and Keller is like, I think he's like 2-10 or something like that, right? But if you look at his ERA is at 4 point something to 3 point something. So if you see a guy with a whole bunch of losses in double digits, but his ERA is not in double digits, his ERA is like 3 and 4, then you know he's just got some hard luck, and they're not producing with the bats for him. And so that's all easy to do. You just look you see his ERA, and then you go, okay. See, that's how you can get messed up. You see a team like, let's see, J.R. Richards, right? And he's pitching. And let's say his ERA is at 4.30, right? And you go, holy crap. But his record is 1-10. But now you want to race to the books and fade these guys out, right? But not so quick. Just because he's 1-10 doesn't mean he's not a good pitcher. That 1-10 is because he's not getting support from his bats. So you can always look at the ERAs and look at what's going on. If you have to look at each individual game, do it. Because if you go into each individual game that pitcher is pitched in, that'll give you the sign of what's going on, right? But I digress. Going back to Pittsburgh, if you look at them, they got Falter, A1 guy. You got, was it Stellar? Yeah, A1. Henley, A1. Paul Skeens, right? And I said Falter, right? Yeah. This is 4, right? Now Heller's let's go look. Heller's record, he's like 3-10. Let me see, who is this? But he's good, but they don't support him. Keller, right? So let me pull up Keller's. I just want his record, that's all. What are you doing? I can't find it. I'm just going to go into the whole website. The hell with it. Holy crap, Pittsburgh hit a home run. Keller. Where are you? Oh, there he is. So Keller went 6 innings today, right? He allowed 4 hits, and he allowed 1 run. He struck out 3. 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, and 1 run. What does that tell you? It tells you he's a good pitcher, right? Guys that suck, they're not going to give you those numbers. If they go 6, they'll probably give up like 8, right? And 4 runs. And you start seeing stuff like that, you go, okay, yeah, I get it now. So good pitchers will always show you what they're made out of. They might lose a lot, right? But at the end of the season or in the middle, they'll show you what they're made out of, and they'll have some good games. So I saw it was Keller going today, but I just thought that Woods Richardson was going to be better, and he didn't. But that just goes back to my point of Pittsburgh having a damn good pitching rotation. Falter, Skeens, Henley, and then you got Keller. But you don't have any bats, right? So when you don't have any bats, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get a guy like Keller who will be like 2-10, right? And you're like, damn, he gets rocked. No, not really. He might hold a team to 2 runs, right? And he just ended up giving up 2 home runs. But the bats didn't help him out, and he lost. And that's how that happened. But it's Pittsburgh. I don't get why they won't improve their batters. And then I kind of get it. The manager just got canned about a month ago, right? And then you've got Paul Skeens, and they didn't want him to go against the Tigers' Turk Scrubble, and they trying to like move it around so they would have to go head up. But the league goes, nope, they're going to go up against each other in the All-Star game because we need the views, right? So the management for Pittsburgh ain't got nothing to say about this in the All-Star game. Because it was up to Pittsburgh, they wasn't playing. They probably put him somewhere else, right? But that's Pittsburgh. So tomorrow, what is it? Where's the All-Star game at anyway? Where is it at? All-Star, let's see if I can find out. I remember the All-Star game was in Detroit. That was like 2005. I was out of town. And I thought, I'm like, when I was a kid, I used to always wish the All-Star game would be in Detroit. And then it was in Detroit, and guess where I was at? I left. I went on vacation somewhere. So, all right, where are we? All-Star, here we go. Oh, it's in Atlanta. Atlanta's Trust Park. Yep, July 15th. I mean, I usually just take a break. Probably watch some Shark Week. I don't know if I watched the. When I was a kid, I used to love to watch the All-Star game, but you get older and you don't really care anymore, right? But like I said, guys, the Lions play their first preseason game. What is that? July 31st. So be ready for it, because once that happens, and you know what? Please do not start. If you're going to bet on some preseason games, make sure you take the first quarter, something like that. Don't do a whole game, because you don't know what will happen. And 9 times out of 10, you might end up losing. Because it's not a fixed roster. But let's get back to this baseball thing. The All-Star game. So Paul Skeens is going to represent. Paul Skeens is going to represent the National League. He'll be starting. And maybe Pittsburgh can get something from that. Maybe their management. And you know what? I think they know. They just avoided Turk Scrubble because they wanted to get a win. And you know what? I don't get that, because like I told you guys earlier, like Herman Edwards said, you play to win. Well, not Pittsburgh. These dudes trying to circumvent a victory. And I guess they figure, well, if we don't put him up against Turk Scrubble, then we'll have a better chance at winning when Turk Scrubble is not pitching. And guess what? They moved it around, and even though the game was rained out and they could have pitched against each other, Pittsburgh still moved him, and they still ended. I think they lost. I don't know if they won. I don't even know, but that's not the point. The point is Like Pittsburgh is just. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't get it, right? I thought when I think of Pittsburgh, I think of Kit Jacoby, Ed Ott, um, Dave Parker, Willie Stargell, Omar Marino. You know them dudes, right? It was the good old days. Was Richie Hipner? Now Richie Hipner was with the Tiger. I don't know, but yeah. But the second part of the season is going to be really interesting because now you're going to have more teams, trying to make a push for the playoffs and the wild card. So when you see like certain games, like the teams that I tell you not to put in a nerfy, well, in the second half you probably can because all of the big guns come out in the second half because guys are trying to position themselves to get in the playoffs or to get a better record to get a home, the play at home. So you have to really watch these games and see what's going on. Because normally, when I see the Tigers play the Dodgers, right? Would I put them in a nerfy? Hell no. And as a matter of fact, let's pull it up. Because the Tigers hit good, and so does the Dodgers. Let's look. Oh, here we go. All right. So what date was this? This is in March. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. So, yeah. Now watch this. And I was right. The Tigers versus the LA Dodgers. You want to talk about a nerfy? The Tigers scored twice in the first inning. Dodgers scored once. 2-1 after the first inning. Guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. When we talk about nerfies, you stay the hell away from Detroit. You stay the hell away from the Dodgers. You stay the hell away from the Phillies. You stay away from the Padres. These are all these good hitting teams, right? There's more, right? But you just got to know the teams with the big bats. If they got a big bat, don't do it. If you want to, you can. And here's what I do with teams like the Tigers and the Dodgers. I will go first inning under 1.5, right? That way, if another team scores, and another team doesn't score, you still win because you went under 1.5. All right, so that was his first game. Let me see, who's his second? Yes. Yeah, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but it's some things I can figure out, and I just try to stay away from certain teams when you want to talk nerfies, right? So, for example, if you've got the Dodgers playing the Yankees, there's another team that I meant to talk about. The Yankees is damn good. You don't even want to put the Yankees in a nerfie, right? Now, if they're playing Colorado, yeah, Colorado sucks. So what you could do is go, and this is what I do. I'll go first inning under 1.5, right? Because, most teams when they score in the first inning or whatever, it's always that one hit. Now, every now and again, they'll score 2 and 3, right? But don't go with it. When you have two teams like the Tigers, the Phillies, you guys know who they are. Even Toronto. Then what you want to do is you want to go with innings, first inning under 1.5. And why not go under 0.5? Well, because if somebody scores, if nobody scores, then you win. Well, if you do that, you might as well take the Nerfy. When the Nerfy go, the Nerfy is you get more money. Plus, the Nerfy is the first inning ends in a tie, results in a tie. So you're not getting that much money by going first inning under 0.5. That's stupid. You might as well just go over and take the whole full Nerfy and just say, you know what, first inning results in a tie, or the Tigers win it, right? But I usually like to go first inning results in a tie, and you'll usually get that when you get like two great teams playing at it. Now watch this. You'll get the, let's see what the no, the Cubs jumped on these guys first. The Cubs and the Yankees. The Cubs is another team you don't put in Nerfies. The Cubs scored in the first inning, right? The Yankees didn't. The Yankees scored in the second, but you got the Cubbies. They're a good team, a good hitting team. So you always want to stay, away from good hitting teams. Um, Also, guys, I was watching some of the UFC fighters, and one of the guys that I'm kind of like looking forward to see is I think it's gonna be July 23rd, and the Pirate, right? What is his name? The Shar Pirate, Shar Bullet. Let's find this dude. And I didn't usually do UFC, but I picked two UFC fights, and then and I won big. Oh, no, they won, but I lost. The two guys I picked won, but my stupid ass picked. I took like a soccer game or something, and I was just dicking around, and the soccer team lost. But I would have had big money, man, if I hadn't have put them in there. And after that, I was like, okay, I like this UFC thing. When you lose, you're not gonna like it. When you win, you kind of start liking it. You want to look. So, what's this? The Sharp Pirate? I'll find him. He's pretty good. He's let's see. Listen, All right, here he is. Okay? I'm gonna have my computer pronounce his name because I can't do it. Let's see. Oh, you piece of crap. And I've got to get this. I got to get some type of software where I'm able to show you guys what I'm actually doing. Moving stuff around. You know, kind of like how Al Davis would do it. Like if he knew he had to go to court, and Al Davis would have his board up, and people are like, why does he have his board up? And somebody on TV goes, yeah, well, that's because he knows they're gonna sue him, and he's just proving his case right now. Al Davis, I missed that guy though. God dang it. Now I'm gonna send it to you guys, the name, so you can look at it and look at the guy, so you'll know who he is. But this is the guy that I'm gonna take. I think it's July 23rd, right? Let's try to pronounce his name. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get it. What? What?
Shirabatin Gamada.
What? It doesn't matter. He's good, right? So I sent his name in the chat part right there. That way you guys can look him up and get a chance um, to check him out. Um, I put my money on him. I think he only lost once. That was like his last fight. This dude is a nice guy, um, but the dude is an animal, right? Nice guy, right? But he's an animal. And I'm gonna take this. He's from Russia. Yeah. There's a lot of those guys that's from Russia over in there, and these guys, they're just like us, right? They don't really have. Well, some of them are maybe in worse situations than we're in, right? And this is their way out. They fight their way out, right? That's why a lot of times when you start complaining, you have to stop and reflect because it could be worse, right? It could actually be worse. So this guy right here is good. I'm gonna take. I think it's July 23rd. Let me see. Yeah, sometime at the end, right? So you wanna bet on some UFC guy? Here's the guy that I'm going with on the 23rd. Let me see if I can find it. July 23rd. Yeah, here it is. Um, 15-1 is his record. Wins by knockout 12. First round finishes 7. The Bullet. Who was he? He lost to Page in February the 1st. I was like, man, Page is. I mean, that dude got down, right? But I like the Bullet though. Let's see. We got things where you can watch his fights. Let's see. But this is gonna be the guy that I'm going with, right? I mean, you guys can do whatever you want, but the UFC, that's my guy. I'm gonna go with, and no, I'm not paying for that. They're trying to get you to pay, but look, these guys are good. You run into a slump, just throw $10 on these guys, and you could probably make a nice little, change on it. UFC is like every year it's getting. It seems like it's better and better and better and better, right? They got some good fighters over there. So, yeah, take the Scar. What is it? The Scar Bullet. Some call him the Pirate because he wears this thing on his head. I like the dude. He's good. And I'm still looking at these tickets that I lost, and I'm kind of pissed. The White Sox screwed me, right? Baseball's just funny, man. You just don't know. You just don't. I mean, the only time you know, or you kind of have an idea, is when you have, let's say, Kershaw or Glassnow. Well, Glassnow was back, right? So let's say Kershaw, before he got hurt, Kershaw is going up against Turk Skubal. So right away, you hear that, pitching duel. If you don't do anything else, and when you hear that they got two good pitchers going at each other, you don't have to do anything else. Just take the under. Just take the under and get the hell out of there, right? And then pick something else. You don't have to sit back and wonder who's going to win, who's going to have more. Don't even worry about it. Just relax, and take the under. Now, does the under always come? But for the most part, when you got two guys like Skeens and Screwball, I mean Turk Screwball, going at it, and I'll even say this for the most part. I would say Turk Screwball and Wheeler for Philly. Then you know it's going down, right? Skeens has he's good this year, but he didn't come out like smoking this year. I think he's probably sick and tired of the Pirates. Chuck,
How you doing, Ron?
I'm good, man.
Man, I'm doing good too, man. How you been?
Good. You know I'm doing this show on live on YouTube.
Talk to me, Ron. What you been cooking up, man?
Man, I'm just trying to get that money. You know what it is. Just
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
just talking about gambling and stuff like that, dude. On who to pick, who to take.
Oh, that's what the show is about?
Yeah. So, you don't gamble though, do you, Chuck?
I get into it sometimes. I know a little bit about it.
Where you at now,
Talking
guys?
about parlays.
Guys, this is the guy Chuck. He works with City Ballers, and he was our color commentator for like different games and stuff. So this dude is cool. Hey Chuck, I mean, if you want, I'll call you back in about 30 minutes, and I'll be off of here.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Hey, good. Nice to
Okay.
hear from you, Chuck. I'll call you back. Where are you? Are you
All
in
right.
Detroit?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you still getting that money though, right?
Yep. Still getting that money, man.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. He didn't come out like smoking this year. He probably tired. Who's that goofy guy talk? Oh, that's me. Yeah, man. I mean, look at this. Watch this. I had Sirianno to get 3 strikeouts. I'm not even looking at it, right? Because you know what? Here, I'm going to sign in and look, and we'll just go over it together. I didn't want to make myself sick, but what are you going to do? And guys, I am telling you, it feels so good when you hit for 10 grand. It feels so good when you hit for 7 grand. Man, it feels so good when you hit 20 grand, right? It feels good. It's like you're living in outer space. But you come back down to earth when they send you the money after Uncle Sam has chopped it up. Right away you come right back to earth. You go, God damn it. You know, that's the way it is, man. Gotta pay taxes. And I think that's smart because I mean if you're gonna wait on me to pay some taxes, I'm gonna put it off every year. And then when I do want to pay it, I'll probably be broke. Guys, let's see, sports books. Let's sign in. And I mean, the ticket that I did yesterday, I think it was like worth 100 grand or something like that. Oh, you're never gonna. No, you will. Trust me. I used to look at those big numbers like that and say that'll never happen. It does happen. And I know for a fact it happens. So you just never know. And that's why I say, guys, we have to practice being positive. It can be hard, right? It can be a challenge, right? Especially when you're not in the wrong, right? But the thing of it is, even if you're not in the wrong, you're gonna have to woosah, right? Give it up. It's easier said than done, trust me, because I mean, you know. All right, so let's get at it. Here we go. Where's my bets? Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's go. Ooh, look at this. This is good. Good. Okay, so here's one. Okay, so a ticket here. We took Boston on the money line. 1, right? We took the Cincinnati Reds on the money line. we won. And see, that's why I don't look at these right away, because you'll make yourself sick when you think you're going to win and you lose. So I just put it in and I don't even worry about it until afterwards. Texas Rangers, money line, hit. Milwaukee Brewers, I hit, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 games. Now, this is a 7-game ticket, right? Yeah. So I didn't hit 4 already, right? Then I go down here to the WNBA, listening to Carl. No, I'm just bullshitting with you, Carl. I took the Atlanta Dream. They lost. And now watch this. It's actually my fault because when I picked the Dream, it was in the second. It was going into halftime. But the Dream was up by like 20 points. So I thought I was doing something. Ended up I was doing too much, right? Okay. But Los Angeles Dodgers game, under 5. I mean, under 7.5. Ron, how did you know it was going to go under? Because, and I got it right, because you've got the Dodgers and you got the Rays. I mean, the Dodgers and the Giants. They got Yakamoto's going, his ERA is 2 point something. You got San Francisco, Robbie Ray. His ERA is 2 point something. So you know right away it's going down. You take the under and get the hell out. Did I even try to bother to pick a winner? I didn't, because I already knew what time it was. I took the under and got the hell out. Here's another one. Philadelphia versus San Diego. I took the under and I got the hell out. But where I screwed up at, this is a 6 game. I could have won this one. This is a 7 game, and I only lost by 1, and that's because I went to the WNBA. It's kind of like, it's unpredictable, right? I took the Atlanta Dream being arrogant, thinking, okay, up by 20 and a halftime. What else can go wrong? Well, a lot, and a lot did, right? Do I know what happened? And I don't even care to know, right? But I just know I lost, and I didn't have to. So a 7 ticket, and I lost 1 game, the Atlanta Dream. And I know what a lot of you guys are saying, Ron, that's stupid. You got games like this, why are you messing around with the WNBA? Being greedy, right? Just being greedy. All right, so now that ticket is done, right? Now, here's a ticket I did, a 12-leg ticket. Philadelphia Phillies on the money line. The Philadelphia Phillies in San Diego, the game went under. I picked the under, right? The Colorado Rockies in Cincinnati, I took the over, and I forgot they weren't in Colorado. They were in Minnesota. I mean, they were in Cincinnati. So I took the under 9.5, and I lost. I took the under in Chicago and Cleveland, right? I thought it was going to be an under game. Nope. They went. I had under, because it was 8.5, and I took the under. Final score was 6-5. So I lost, right? Because I took the under. The Houston Astros, I took them on the money line. Toronto Blue Jays. Well, I lost with Houston. I took the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line. They lost. I took the Dodgers. They won. I took Jose Siriano, 3+ strikeouts. He did it. He got it. So, how many did I get wrong out of 12? 4. Out of 8. Out of 8 legs, I got 4 wrong. And that 4 again was Colorado, over, Cleveland, under, Houston, money line, Blue Jays, money line. And I just screwed myself on that one, right? So, here's the next one. A 6-legger. This was Texas Rangers versus Houston Astros. I took Jake DeGrom to throw over 6.5 strikeouts. 1. That's the money, baby. I took Valdez for the Houston Astros. Over 6.5 strikeouts. Got it, right? So, right now out of 6, I got 2 right. All right, now here's my dumb ass screwing stuff up. I took the under in that game, and I don't know, but something just kept telling me, don't take under 6.5, Ron. That's not a lot. Don't take 6.5. Now, had I been on ESPN, I would have moved it up. but I thought I could make it. I got that wrong. Tampa Bay versus Boston. I took under 8. I won. I took Garrett Crochet. This is yesterday's, I think. Because Garrett Crochet didn't pitch today. Yeah, well, whatever. Wait a minute. Yeah, Garrett Crochet. I took Garrett Crochet to throw over 7.5 strikeouts. He did it. And I took Philadelphia on the run line yesterday, and they lost. Why is this out of sequence? Okay. What the What is this? Did I win something today? This is weird. Hey guys, I think we won. Motherfucker. Holy shit. $500. $511. $511.34. Ugh. You see, I don't look at them, guys, because when you stand there, you look, you make yourself sick. Let's go over it. So I'm looking, and I'm like, holy fuck. Because I'm going down, I'm like, I don't see any losses. So let's do it, baby. Let's do it. If you guys, and that's why I tell you when I put these things out, I don't put it out, to toot my own horn. Sometimes I do. No, but I put it out because if I win, you win. You win, I win. We all win. Was this a ticket? Did I put, no, I don't think I put this one out. This is that last minute ticket. I didn't even know it. Holy shit. Okay, so I took Sonny Gray 4+ strikeouts. I took St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. I took the under. Right, I took the under 7 total runs. I took Hunter Brown to throw over 6.5 strikeouts. Got it, excuse me. I took the under 7.5. The Dodgers in San Francisco. I took Robbie Ray. I took Yakamoto 4+ strikeouts. Got it. I took Arizona Diamondbacks money line. I took the under. So this is what I was talking about, guys. If you want to try to do a nerfy, and some good hitting teams, then just take I like to call it the half nerfy. And what does that mean? That means that I like to say the first inning over or under 1.5 runs. That way, if you get a good team and that good team scores, right? Say it's the Dodgers and St. Mary's of the Blind. St. Mary's of the Blind is not going to score. The Dodgers will probably score in that first inning. So, do you take a nerfy? Hell no. But what do you take? You take a half a nerfy, which that's what I call it, a half a nerfy, which actually means first inning over under results. First inning under 1.5 runs, right? So you got the Tigers. The Tigers score, right? But St. Mary's of the Blind don't. 1-0, you still win. But if you put a nerfy on that, right? If you put a nerfy on that, you're gonna lose because. And I had to learn the hard way, guys. You start putting good teams on nerfies, you're going to screw your whole parlay ticket up. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it goes. And I don't know. I don't even think because I only had time to put out one, and I just did it at one. And this is why I do it, guys. I put these tickets out, right? I didn't put this one. I'm sorry, but I put it out because this is like a last minute, and I was really busy, and I pull it out. But don't worry, we got plenty more. This was a 10 leg same game parlay, and I'll put it up so you guys can see it. But I took Sonny Gray, and I told you guys that if you look at the definition or you look in Webster's dictionary of consistent, you're gonna get a picture. Sent the video. Okay. You get a picture of Sonny Gray, right? Because this guy is consistent, right? If you're gonna, wager some money, Sonny Gray is your guy. Well, Ronnie's not. No, bullshit. The other week he pitched a one-hitter. He doesn't get a lot of press, right? Because we're not in St. Louis. But is he good? No, he's good. He's damn good. That boy's good. What's that, Randy Watson? What's that, Randy Watson? When you say that boy's good. Good and awful. No, he's good, though. Yeah. So, in St. Louis won. I gave up, guys. I thought I sucked, but $511. Holy crap. Under 7 runs. I went to the Texas game, right? So right away, like I told you before on the first game, you had Atlanta versus St. Louis. That's what happened. I thought St. Louis was going to lose, but St. Louis came back and won. Okay, so I took Sonny Gray 4+ strikeouts. This guy is consistent. I'm not stupid. I took 4, he got 5. I took the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. I trust those guys. I don't call him Sonny Gray. I call him Mr. Consistent. Then I went to the Texas Rangers versus the Houston Astros. Right away, I knew this game was going under. Valdez and I forgot the other guy's name, DeGrom. So automatically, I took the under in that game. Then I took Hunter Brown. Oh, not Valdez, I'm sorry. That was yesterday. But I still took the under in that game because I knew Hunter Brown was pitching. I don't know. This other guy that they had pitching, Evalit, I know who he is. He's pretty good. But I only go with guys that I know about. Another consistent guy, if you look up consistent, you're going to get Hunter Brown. And guys is just coming on. I got a $500.11 hit. And I don't think I put this ticket on because this is like a last minute when I did. But I'm going through here talking about it, and I ran up on it. I'm like, holy crap. Because I was giving the scores, and it took me right to yesterday. I was like, what's the problem? And I look, I said, I won. I didn't know. But I took Hunter Brown to throw over 6.5 strikeouts. He's another guy that's consistent. I don't know if he's in the running for Cy Young, but he should be. Hunter Brown, Sonny Gray, write them down. Those are the guys that you can trust. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh, wait. Carl, I didn't even put this one out, and I didn't even know I had it. Fucking dumb luck. I need a loan then. Damn, Carl, I didn't even know that I hit this one. I put out so many, and I put this one out at the last minute, and then I put one on. I was so desperate, I was like a fiend, and I put one on. I put one on. What do you call it? Fanatics, your site. I put it on Fanatics, and It was like a last minute thing too on Fanatics, and then I got it. I'm like, but it wasn't nothing really. But this one here, this was on FanDuel. All right, let's get back at it. Let's see. God damn it. Okay. So again, we'll start over because my thing logged out. 10 leg same game parlay. I took the Boston Red Sox. What the? Oh no, that's not it. Okay, here we go. It was minimized. That's why I didn't see it. Okay, but Sonny Gray, 4 strikeouts, St. Louis on the money line. Then I took the under in the Texan game. The Texans against Houston. No, I'm sorry. The Rangers. The Texas Rangers against the Houston Astros. I took that game to go under. I saw that Hunter Brown was pitching. I took him over 6.5. That was a gimme, right? That was a gimme when they said 6.5. Because Hunter Brown is good. He's really good. And then the Dodgers. I knew that was going to be a good game. Why? Because of Robbie Ray and Yakamoto. I gave both of those guys 4+ strikeouts. Got it. And the under 7.5, right? Then I went to the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I took the under in that game. No, I took the under. I took first inning under 1.5. And I was just dicking around. I just did it, right? And then I took Philadelphia and San Diego. I took the under 7.5, and that's it. All right, my cheap ass put $10 on it, so I hit for like what, $511. I'm cheaper than you, Carl. You know I got you beat, right? I'm so cheap, Carl, that what can you say? I'm so. You think I got Carl beat at being cheap? Yeah, I'm cheaper than you. I'll out cheap you any day, Carl. I'm fucking cheap. But I put 10, man, and you know. What is that? Wait, what is you? Shit, boy. What are you? How do you get back? Hey, Carl, what does that mean when you put that, like, king number 1? What does that mean? This is stupid. Why would you do that? Oh. I know you coupon daddy. You think you got me beat though, Carl? I'm super cheap, dude. Dude, I'm so cheap that I take I'll take a doggy bag into an all-you-can-eat place, and then I'll complain if they don't let me come out with it. What the hell? Yeah, I see this, man. I'm trying to figure out what it means. I think it's like who's the number 1, I guess. Fan, but damn, Carl. I took Atlanta, man. I thought I was doing something right. I took Atlanta, man, and they was winning at halftime, like about 20 or something like that. So I'm arrogant, conceited. I have my chest stuck out, and I go back to it. You lost. I'm like, God damn it. Carl was right. They are inconsistent. You just don't know. But I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun though. I mean, I still like them. I like the WNBA. Why can't I? What? You're not doing what? Oh, maybe you're. I don't know. I tell you what though, Carl, this was good, man. Cause I'm taking the whole meal out. Old country buffet. Oh, dude, I went to Old Country Buffet and I was complaining because they didn't have the fried chicken out right away, dude. I was pissed. I was crying like a little baby. Well, how do you? Yeah, I don't know, man. But this is cool though. What is this? Is Old Country Buffet still open? Yeah. They are unpredictable. They they unpredictable. But I'm like you, Carl. I just like watching them. I mean, if you're a sports fan, you just kind of like it, like right. Um, I just like it. And I used to be Clark's biggest fan, but since she's been hurt, man, I've been on all them other chicks. So you discover more. I'm like, that's why you told me it's more than Caitlin Clark, and I go, okay, yeah, and I discovered that looking. So it's still one in Southgate. Well, you know what? The next time I come back, we gotta go. My thing was the fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy and coleslaw, and maybe some greens, and I get it in, man. And then if they didn't have it out and it was hot, I would whine like a little baby. I got so bad that Lisa brought a sippy cup. She brought a sippy cup for me. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna throw a video up on this. Um, I guess I don't know when Carl's gonna come on and host the show. I guess when he's following these chicks around in the WNBA, I don't blame him. But I guess he'll do it one of these days. They got prime rib. Is it good? Uh, uh. Well, I'm done. I've been running my mouth, and I am finished. I love doing these shows, Carl. Man, it's actually awesome. It's also therapeutic too. You know, you don't have to deal with people with attitudes and flaky people, lying people. Well, I kind of lied on it. No, I'm just playing. It's cool. I get to work with you. I talk to people doing sports. This is awesome, dude. I mean, I just like people, so that's the best thing. When you like people, it's easy. You can do it. Hey, Carl, I'm out, man. I'm about to try to get me something to eat. I'll text you later on. Love, peace, and hair grease, guys. I enjoyed you. Please like and subscribe. Me and Carl, we're really needed. We're terrible. We're almost homeless. So, what was that? Yeah, I'm out. Peace out. What the hell? What did I do? Yeah, I mean, we'll do something tomorrow, even though I do know that it's the All-Star break. Right? So, but I'm gonna try to stay up on it and give us anything happens. Um, any ideas, anything like that, I'll try to keep us posted. I keep putting videos. Carl, you see that video where I had to do the pulled pork because I lost the bet, and I had to cook it my goddamn self. It was pretty good. It actually came. It wasn't bad, right? But I had to end up washing my own dishes, Carl. And that's terrible. Yeah. Well, what was that? WNBA. Yep. All right, Carl. I am done. Love, peace, and air grease. Let's get this money. And I will talk to you later, all you guys.